What's up, y'all? Ghost Flows here from the Ghost Flow Speakeasy podcast, real life music crew, COB Indiana chapter, and COB worldwide. Soot. Okay, so I did a video a couple weeks back now about cassette tapes and things, and one of the cassette tapes that I still had in my collection came from one of my favorite rappers, Spice One. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about why Spice One is not only a legend, but also my favorite rapper of all time.
Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy. Anchor home of the ghost flows and speak easy with OG Classic Jones. So move easy. A place we talk about rap news.
All right, so I heard Spice One back in like 91, 92, maybe for the first time. And I just really started enjoying and became kind of an instant fan. And a lot of that just has to do with his delivery and his approach to songs that he makes is very raw, very in your face, but he also like blends all these different styles, right? He has like a spice rack full of styles, right? So he can do everything from like stutter raps to some singing and harmonies, to doing like minor speed flows. He really is great about putting you in the world that he's telling that story to, right? Most notably, one of the things that really I feel like put him on the map, and this is just my opinion, but one of the things that put him on the map was the song "Welcome to the Ghetto," right? And I'll show you a little sample of the clip up here. "Welcome to the Ghetto" was just a really great song, really gritty, and he said things in there that you hadn't really heard in rap records before, where he talks about, "I wonder if heaven's got a ghetto." As a matter of fact, the line was so well received that other artists like Tupac Shakur wanted to use those type of lines, okay? "Welcome to the Ghetto" had a great video, and it had an extended version that they used for the video versus the regular song on the album. There's also the extended version cut. I believe you can still find it even on vinyl and things. But the song does a great job of really breaking down what it's like to live in California in the East Bay, where Spice One is at. So I love the song. I love the grittiness of it, the realness of it, and the video was well done, shot almost like movie style, black and white, really like film noirish in a sense, but still had that street feel to it, right? And that's one of the reasons why I think he just is on a different level sometimes when it comes to putting out songs and material that just, you can close your eyes, listen to the song, and just put yourself there, right? Off that same album, another song that he had, and I'll put that video right here, is 187 Proof. Now, with this song, right, it's interesting because he ended up writing this track and he did like a verse, and it had nothing but a story about the hood, but it was all with characters based on alcohols, right, liquors and stuff. And so he did the verse. He went in and he ended up putting it down in the studio with beat and all this other stuff. And in an interview when they were talking to him about it, and he talked about the song, one of the cool things about that song was he was like, "Oh, I got to do another verse." So he like ran to the liquor store and he's like writing down, jotting down different alcohols and stuff that he hadn't mentioned before, or things that he had mentioned that he could add in, and all these different things. And then he ended up writing that second verse for it. He went on to make a 187 Pure for it, where he does the same thing with the song, but he ends up turning it into not a story about alcohols, but a story about drugs and drug-related stuff. So it's all really cool, and it's really what makes him stand out. He's had plenty of different things that he's said in songs or styles that he's brought that brought people like Tupac Shakur and many others along, and really he set like a precedent for certain things and certain standards, especially when it came to like West Coast gangster rap back in the day. You can always see Spice One, even to this day, doing what he does. He's made, 20, 30 records, I think. Like, it's just ridiculous the amount of work the guy's put in. He was signed to Jive for a long time, got off of Jive, ended up trying to do things to go independent. Finally went all independent. He collabed with everybody in the industry. He's collabed with, many of the Bone Thugs members, Twister, obviously Tupac Shakur, done stuff with everybody over in the East Bay, E40, Too Short. Matter of fact, when he was younger, a real quick tidbit is like Too Short used to pick him up from school and different things like that. He's got all kinds of cool stories. If you look the man up, you can see all kinds of his work. You can see all kinds of interviews. He has great stories, not only in his songs, but when he's getting interviewed and stuff, he does a great job at like just telling stories and things like that. He's got stories about, being in like being chased by the police and having his music out. It's still kind of new on the scene, right? But he was kind of popular in the neighborhood and like running through and then ducking into a house where like people put him in so he could hide from the cops or whatever, because they liked his songs and stuff. So he's just great about breaking those stories down and telling you the real. He's got a lot of behind the scenes stuff on things that him and Pac used to do, him and MC8, all these different artists and people that he's worked with throughout the years. He's got great stories about them and things like that in interviews, let alone the way that he tells things through music. All right. So not a whole lot. I didn't want to spend a bunch of time on it, but I did a new and upcoming artist on the last video with Second Chance and stuff. So I wanted to kind of go back and do a legend and one of my favorite, like all-time favorite rappers in Spice One. So hopefully, if you've never heard of Spice One, for whatever reason, you'll go check him out. And I can leave maybe some links to some videos in the bottom and all of that for you. But it's definitely worth your time, especially if you're a fan of old school hip hop, a fan of West Coast gangster rap, or just love to discover new artists and see the way that they break things down and do things. All right? So, hopefully you found that interesting. Whatever you guys do, keep it safe. And as always, speak easy.
Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy. Anchor home of the ghost flows and speak easy. With OG Classic Jones, so move easy. A place we talk about rap news and political views. Rap legends and the weekly reviews. With the dash of humor, man, so you're being amused. Quinn runs the house like a preacher bringing the news. Changing the game, man, and rewriting the rules. Words paint a perfect picture like inspiring muse. Circle of viruses, man, make it do what it do. Built off self-success, walk a mile in these shoes. Sick with the flow, man, got him saying I choose. Don't be a hater all your life, act like you knew. Ha! Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy.